One more run of Cruzie and Steel tonight. But also, sometime D3, we should play co-op on this. And I need to get a raiding party together, because once again, I haven't played co-op on Rabbit and Steel. Well, I played it like once, I feel, and that was only on like release week. Just because times lined up with friends. Like, because I'd probably want to set up a better night, because it's already 10:30 at night or so. I'm probably not looking to play more than just this one other run, since that's already gonna last another 30-40 minutes. But maybe another night when we can set things up, be it like just a regular Discord night or streamed and all. I would really enjoy that. So, Shrine Maiden's Cruzie absolutely rings to me here. Just because, anytime I'm using haste, anytime I apply my special, that is my defensive, that is the buff. So, I'm getting 20% damage increase. That is 25% more damage. So, 45% damage for 5 seconds. If I can find a way to extend that buff, or just get more buffs overall, that'd be great. But you're already seeing the amount of damage I'm already doing. 800 raw on really fight 2. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, big things that I'm looking at here is finding ways to reset my defensive or generate more buffs for myself is my win condition overall here. So let's see. I bleed to the enemy. All your cooldowns are reduced by 3 seconds. If you use the defensive, useless. I can deal additional blows with my primary, decent. Nightmare Grimoire just deals damage over time. Slice and deal bleed to the enemy. Every time 2 times you use your special, gain tranquility. Could be decent, but the fact is, since it's moving too far, that is counteractive with Shrine Maidens to where it increased my movement speed. I'm probably thinking the Bloodhound Greatsword, because that's 12 seconds for guaranteed damage, and the bleed means that my additional hits from my primary and secondary are doing 20 damage each, so that's 40 damage overall every single time. I think that's totally fine, even if it's a debuff and not a buff. A debuff for the enemies and a buff for me. That's always going to be damage that I'm going to be constantly pushing and moving forwards, no matter what. I wasn't looking. I should have seen that coming, and now I'm going to be 1 health down going into the next area. That is unfortunate, and nobody's fault but my own, because those balls are telegraphed, and I took damage. Oh, unfortunate, but I'll take it on the chin. Chain's Arsenal. I find Chain's Arsenal to be one of the easiest areas in the game, in my opinion, if not the easiest for me, so I'm totally fine with this. Cooldown cannot be reset by any ability or root effects. I hate, even if it gives me Rabbit Claw, because I need to find ways to reduce it. Damage is reduced, but number of hits is increased. I do like that for Bloodhound Greatsword. Deals more damage and has a larger radius, but slows movement on use. And for its burn. Interesting, but I think the Toilworn Rose would be the best. And then I'm going to sit on my money. That way I can potentially buy 2 upgrades otherwise. For now, let's make use out of everything that we can here. But yeah, you can, like I said, I am playing towards the greater hits that my... the additional hits that my primary can do with my upgrade right there. Exactly so, for when my dagger, when my Bloodhound Dagger goes off. Just trying to be careful of my positioning on all of those fronts here. Should be fine. I drifted into it a little too early. That is my own fault. I'm really gonna go into the boss with 4 health, aren't I? Which is unfortunate, because I don't want to. I was about to say I'm not gonna make it in necessarily into the range that I want. Alright, we're fine. We are 1000% fine. just don't get hit by the daggers, because this is an easier fight by all metrics, in my opinion. I'm just going to keep spamming my special from here, considering how I'm just trying to play safe. Yep, you're dead in next rotation. I said you're dead in next rotation. Thank you. Thank you. And then we get my favorite enemy, Tasha. Rabbit is opponent. Tasha is best character in this game. I will have no other slander. Tasha is best. And the bleed actually proccing on both of her clones right there is absolutely monumental for us. Yeah. Yeah, I think wolves are the easiest area, and it's like everybody has their own, especially so, but I think wolves are the easiest. I'd probably rate Dark House the worst overall, just due to, you know, like I explained last round or so. It feels like you have the least amount of time to react to the attacks compared to other areas. The fact that there's a lot less leeway for what you could consider to be safety areas compared to other fights and other enemies and everything like that or so. I'd probably then, if I'm looking at difficulty, and I'm comparing this, I just like you'd say on a lunar perspective. Well, I just don't know in general, because I haven't necessarily gotten to all the areas yet in lunar. Red Dark House, without a doubt, still takes the take, first and foremost, no matter what. It is just atrocious to always have to deal with. I feel like I'm always taking damage on any of the fights just due to my own negligence or just due to how difficult it is to find your safety area consistently or so. I'd probably want to put Emerald Lakeside, which we haven't been to yet, at number 2. I haven't been to in this stream yet, just because I hate stop and start moving markers, and it's so finicky with how it wants to be nice, with how it is on there. It's just no fun. I'd probably then go Church Mouse, because those patterns are absolutely horrible on lunar. I've seen a few of them, and I don't want to ever deal with the boss in lunar. I don't see how I'm going to be able to do so, because I have not run a single pattern on the boss yet. Then I'd probably go Scholar's Nest, which is crows. We haven't been to that yet. And then wolves. I'd say Kane's Arsenal, which is wolves here. Your defensive range decreases by 30%, but has a 2 seconds less cooldown. Totally fine by me. It's actually the only good one, considering how I'm only getting cooldown on my defensive in one way, and I get no buffs otherwise. Whoever dies whether I'm doing an AoE damage or not? Yeah, exactly so. And like I said, Church Mouse is baby food to me, besides the boss, just due to the fact that I like Dancer the most. So, yeah, AoE, my entire kit's AoE. I don't care about what difficulties people say they have with Church Mouse. Now, granted, my overall favorite characters in the game would be Dancer, number 1. I like Spellsword probably the next, and then after that, Archer, when it comes to. So quite frankly, like, I feel all sides of the argument when it comes to, or like single target damage, or rather like ease of use, considering how when I'm playing Archer, yeah, just being able to even just win primaries is so much of a hassle at times, without a doubt. But at least for Dancer, it was a nice easy mode to me, because you have innately +1 to your move speed for just playing Dancer, all your stuff is AoE, everything is pretty seamless, and especially too in co-op, you help your teammates out just by pressing your own defensive at all times for whatever ability, besides Emerald, besides the Emerald one, I believe, the Emerald upgrade. But overall, you are still cashing out and helping your teammates in most situations. Which is great. I was trying to speak and I started choking on my own conversation there. I'm gonna take damage. Own fault, own fault. So I wasn't piloting ahead of those daggers. I need to be positioning down, that way I immediately go towards the lane right there, like so. Also not using my defensive when I specifically took gear to do so, for me to get my Shrine Ratings buff. Alright. Water sipped without me choking on it this time. Very successful, very successful. Alright. Not bad at all so far. Not bad at all. I mean, I took 1 damage, so I consider this a fail on my end, considering how I've been hyping up how easily I deal with King's Arsenal. But, you know, it's let's face it, it's hard mode. It's not like I'm playing Lunar to where I would then immediately be in danger territory since I'm at 2 out of 3 health at that point, you know? Okay, I got thrown off by my own speed timing as I was trying to clip Marin off screen. Well, I got, once again, nobody to blame but myself in that situation. Once again, another situation where Cruzie, you took damage in a very avoidable opportunity right there. You idiot, you absolute fool, you cretin. We're fine, though, we're fine. Oh, I pressed shifter. I'm choking so much. I am down to 2 health. Oh, I'm never gonna live this down. It's okay, Cruzie, it's okay. Just don't choke on these last patterns now. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just held my breath for 2 seconds there. We should be fine enough. See? You're still dealing damage just fine. You're not taking any more damage, right? Right, Cruzie. You'll get through this with 2 health and then heal up back up to 5 like nothing ever happened. Yep, I'll get it for next rotation. Good. Good. Could have been way cleaner, but like I said, I just choked and did really stupid stuff there. So I'm not defending myself. But we got Emerald Lights out. Alright, the last area that we haven't been to this stream. So, heal for first and foremost. Having my secondary be automatic is great, because then it's just always going to be my upgraded primary. Emerald doesn't give debuffs anymore. It just increases my damage overall. That is absolutely atrocious. So upgrade the secondary so it's automatic, so it's always just going to be primary gaming at all times. I don't like the upgrade for my special necessarily here. You know, just buy the luck potion and then buy a level since I'm going to be generating more money otherwise. I think this is totally fine with how we have everything laid out. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be primary gaming. Alright, for everybody seeing the Rabbit and Steel stuff for the first time after last time around, main thing with, to explain the areas, main gimmick with the Emerald White side here is there's going to be 2 markers, keep moving and stop moving, which I have to which I have to obey. So as you can see here, keep moving. If I stay in place when that marker expires, you see it'll be glowing purple and it will deal damage to me. So I have to, in essence, keep moving, which will force me into following the patterns of the enemies, be it these big bouncy orbs and all. It's that, or we'll get the exact opposite of stop moving. And thank goodness I got the easier pattern of these 2 bozos here. Okay, so you can see here, if I'm still moving by the time that marker expires, then, well, of course, I take damage. And it's going to keep alternating back and forth depending on what enemies we are facing here. So you could easily get screwed over if you stop moving, and you are in a darned if you do, darned if you don't scenario. If, let's say, there's a deadly orb hurtling right towards you, and you don't have your defensive up. If you move, you take damage. If you don't move, you take damage. That, and this is the end of creative artist frauds, meaning we get colors to paint by and follow with. Paint by numbers, people. So exactly so. I've been assigned this emerald color, so I just gotta follow it. 1, 2, 3, exactly so. Getting inside my circles as demanded by Blush right here. It's pretty fun mechanics overall, and I think it's got my second favorite area soundtrack. I think, funny enough, the Red Dark House Calm version beats the voice track out here of the Emerald White side. But it is just a vibe of an area. Not in Lunar, though. Lunar freaking sucks. This area absolutely tears me to shreds in Lunar. And it took me so many runs to try to beat the boss of this area in Lunar. So far, I've only done... Ah, darn it. It's my own fault. I greeted on a additional primary hit right there. because I've beaten the Crows so far, so the Star Wars Nest on Lunar, and I've beaten Emerald Whiteside on Lunar. I haven't beaten any other area yet because I've unlocked Church Mouse and I think I've unlocked Dark House, but I actually have not even reached Wolf's Arsenal yet, which sucks considering how that would be the easiest area for me to clear in hindsight, and it's just, Emerald Whiteside's kind of comfy, but multiple Emerald Whiteside steals up difficulty like crazy. Yeah, considering how, when it comes to stat markers, stat spread markers in multiplayer, still persist even if somebody's dead or so, for instance. So that really starts to hurt, of course. Your secondary deals more damage. It deals double damage. But, so it would pump up to basically deal more than my primary. It slows my movement speed, but what's his face? It's already being auto-casted, because it never has a global cooldown, just thanks to my upgrade. That should be nice. Instead, I could take the violin to get me 30% more damage every 20 seconds, basically. But if I take damage twice, it sucks. I don't trust myself, so I'll just go ahead, take the sword. Because yeah, guess what? Still no global cooldown, so that's just 120 times 2. Coward to people, and there are tethers linking you to others. Yeah, I've seen a few of the endgame. Now, I've seen, yeah, especially so, because tethering, once again, is the other thing I didn't mention in the first fight, with how you are tethered to the enemies, so like you're seeing here, so I actually can't move as far. And when you're trying to coordinate with your friends, one friend is fine. When coordinating with 2, that gets a little wonky. With 3, it starts being a travesty, especially when communication starts breaking down. At least for me here, and like you said itself, I'm on right side by yourself. It's actually a little quaint, it's a little comfy, because I just have to obey my one marker here. So, you can see my stutter stepping with start and stop. No problems, quite frankly. But even then, like, fact is, doesn't matter if you are solo or in a party with people. Just playing Lunar, difficulty in any area is going to absolutely hurt. And I cannot tell you how much time I've spent on Emerald Whiteside Lunar trying to beat AV here. Because holy crap, dude. Does it feel like you're constantly drowning in the Lunar fight? So I feel like, especially since you're being dragged around so much, just due to like the tethers and everything, you can't properly actually set yourself up for damage for multiple characters. So that's why, for example, that's why I enjoy Dancer, since I get away with so much AoE that I'm always getting to deal damage. If I'm planning to play like Archer, for instance, against AV here on Lunar, I'm going to lose to the DPS clock more often than not than actually taking damage. And I say that with sincerity, because that's what's happened to so many of my Lunar Archer runs trying to beat Emerald Whiteside. Exactly so. All bosses from hard current difficulty and Lunar onwards will have a strict timer on them. So if you get to the end of all their attack cycles, you will basically just get, you have a DPS check marker that says you have to defeat the boss now, otherwise you will constantly take unblockable damage that you cannot stop. And that will just keep happening until you or the boss dies. And frankly, unfortunately, it is not friendly when it comes to because you basically have to be doing damage to like 90% of the fight on Lunar to clear even just the basic, the basic outskirts enemies, for instance, or so. And if you're not using your defensive for those extra buffs for your character, so to help keep your damage line in order, then that starts to really hurt as well. And then once again, like, you just fall behind on that difficulty imposed timer, and guess what? Everything just starts crumbling down, dude. Lunar is its own beast, and I do not see myself clearing it at all in the future. But maybe, maybe area by area, if I do really get back into this or so. But I especially do think what I'd want to do is play Rapid and Steel with more friends, because I don't think I've seen too many of my Steam friends actually have it. I know you have a D3, but I actually don't know who else actually has this game out of like my close Steam friends, VTube friends that I could immediately link up with and play here. I'd more than happily gladly buy it for them, But it's just like, for example, I didn't actually get to buy it much for too many of my friends on the Steam sale. And by too many of my friends, I mean 0 of my friends on the Steam sale. So, a little unfortunate. Alright, Church Mouse. Totally fine. Buy it for my friends and basically bribe them? Yeah. Because it's like, I get the ends of like, I've never played an MMO, I'm not interested. It's a roguelike, I'm not interested. Or I'm playing Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft already, I'm not interested. It's like, really guys? Really? Can no longer be reset by ability root effects. Well, this is reducing. It is a buff, but it doesn't do me too much here otherwise. I still don't like either of these upgrades. Alright, in that case then, what I will do here is increase my primary damage and buy all the levels, quite frankly. Move my level line up. Yeah, when we collab, we will do so, D3. And then whoever else we want to add to the raiding party and so, yeah? Alright, yeah. Like before, Church Mouse for Dancer is baby food. Just, yeah, all of these enemies, it's like, the fact that 3 out of 4 of the fights have multiple enemies? Why? Quite frankly, I don't care. My damage line is the same on all of y'all. Because I'm AoE, you idiots. Really hoping I can cash out on the Shrine Maiden's garb, though, with another buff to my kit sooner or later. But we'll just have to see if that ever comes to fruition. Because I'm still only working off of my defensive. Which is, you know, it's not the worst thing ever. But, you know, that's still 10 seconds in between getting one of my more impactful buffs once more. Yeah, I'll still be releasing this mod once again on Wednesday, the 24th, when it comes to my birthday. To the public, of course. I'm playing it now, obviously. I think I'll probably replace myself with, Yellow Rabbit, though. Instead of me being red like I am here. Just because, like, you know, yellow is, of course, my primary color when it comes to. I just played a lot of Red Rabbit myself beforehand. Gotta wait for the tether. I really can't do too much else at that state, because otherwise, if I just zoom too fast or in, I'll just take the damage on the chin and I'll just be like, oh, there's nothing I could do, dude. Smile. I'm not gonna be speedy enough if I cast my special light, so I'm just gonna have to burn my defensive like that just to get out of the orb's range. But we're doing fine enough. Still doing very, very fine enough. And read on a hit or two right there without a problem. I'm still just trying to clip both of the enemies as much as possible here. Nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect timing, Cruzie. Look at this. Both dead within the moment, and we are chill. Alright. Buff. Please. But primary damage is increased by 40%. I'm totally fine by this, considering how my special is just working on resets anyway. So let us go, ladies and gentlemen. If I do that, that is already like 8,000 worth of damage. With the counter buff, I still got pushed out of the circle. That is annoying. Alright, don't cast anything. Make sure I got everything going. Yeah, I'm not reaching yet. Now I am, so we can just keep moving this line up. Alright, all good, all good, all good. 1 damage taken so far, but it's not the worst ever. Quite frankly, especially in my lunar runs. I felt like I was always taking at least 1 damage on that attack, on the initial pushes right there. So it's fine, it's fine. I'm basically just striking par for the course with how I usually result on my runs here. Yeah, just being able to only just think about my primary at all times, it feels like, is so nice. because I can just focus on dodging completely otherwise, since my secondary is automated, and I'll get to see when my special is on cooldown. Now, okay, that was a very much so well-deserved autopilot hit right there, considering how I was just really not even looking at anything. Once again, I wasn't positioning myself well. I was just holding on my primary and just auto-dodging. We're fine, we're fine. So here we go. Shrine Maidens goes off. All your little friends are dead. Slower than my last run, but it's not bad at all. Press our buttons. Let's keep this damage line moving up and up. Nice. And so far, 3 hits on a third of the enemy health bar so far. Not the worst ever. I should have saved that for when she summoned her ads. But it's whatever. As long as I can deal with a few of them here. So I just need to be able to get rid of some of the more extraneous effects, like the one that's restricting my movement before the orbs come in. Alright. Okay, I have enough time to use my primary right there. Oh good, oh good, oh good. Tether stretched. We are chilling. You see me just continuing to mash this primary at any and all times. So I'm getting a little bit under 2k right there if I use my primary with my defensive counter, whereas my special can deal that above 2k. So yeah, just stick to what I was doing before right there with my special casting. Tether's waited out. Cast it now. Perfect. Should take care of all of them. And with 3 hits onto this phase here, yeah, Shirts Mouse is basically done and dusted. We are straight up chilling. Oh, I was right. I'm killing you in 2 more primaries, and I didn't even see us getting cooked by the orb. Well, I was gonna heal anyway, so it's no big deal. To the Pale Keep. What do you usually play anyway, yourself, D3? Need to ask that. Hasten War Cry, gimme that right now. And then use the rest of my money for my levels. I'm level 50 compared to the level 55 Harp, which is pretty decent, all things considered here. Oh, the stop moving marker sucks! I hate stop moving so much. I hate this freaking marker so much, dude. Ah, and I'm getting clipped again. Okay, when it comes to, there's 2 things I fear in the Pale Keep. The Harp the most. Ats just makes me anxious, but I can deal with the Ats. But the Harp sucks. I freaking hate the Harp so goddamn much. Doing some Wrist of Rain while listening to Maid-themed Rabbit and Steel ASMR. I don't think I can qualify for ASMR. The fact that some of my IRL friends like Amy say I can hear you from I can hear you from the stove that I'm cooking on as I'm eating dinner, all the way from another room, doesn't do well for the ASMR end. Let's be real here, D3. My older content maybe so when I try to keep a lower weight on my energy, but definitely not where I position myself here otherwise. And also, speak of the devil, we got the Ats, which you can see here is just going to be a DPS check, because that zone in the middle is only going to constantly get bigger and bigger as it keeps expanding out. And, well, if you can't DPS it by the time it reaches full screen and you don't have your invulnerabilities for it all, it's scary. At the very least, my damage is good. It's just a little scary to see. Alright, I'll head into the final fight with full health. I'm totally fine by this. Gain invulnerability for 5 seconds every time you move 25 rapid release. Hey, you know what? That is really fine, considering how it can enable my, my Shrine Maidens for 5 more seconds. That, or I could keep applying poison. I mean, it's poison, it's not really moving my damage line up otherwise. I would take the Cloud Guard just for the fact that, hey, More Shrine and Maiden stuff. I at least got a second buff for myself. Yeah, after this run, I'll probably call it for tonight, just because I'm already an hour late, and I don't want to stream past midnight again. Unless it's like VR or with Ein Smile for Valhalla. Right. Just always be moving so I can have the Cloud Guard's timing moving up. So I want to be alternating the cloud.
I love you all.
Ooh, hey, whoa! Speech of the devil. Hey, Amy, how you doing? How you doing tonight? Cause so I want to be alternating the Cloud Guard with my defensive. That way, I always have the Shrine Maidens plus 25. You got that from the Prime sale? Oh, that's real sweet. Well, thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was about to say it, so I don't know if you just came in at the moment, because I just was talking about you, funny enough. With the previous comments and how I don't think I qualify for ASMR content in the slightest with how loud I do get. Okay, yeah, you missed it. D3 said doing some. I asked them what they were doing, and they said doing some restrain while listening to Maid themed Rabbit and Steel ASMR. No, I was commenting on how you've said before how you could hear me from like a room away or so with my streaming and tantrums from other games and everything. I do not qualify for ASMR when I get into the thick of things. That is what I feel is the biggest lie. Cruzie ASMR, fairest the thought, fairest the thought. Yeah, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well enough. Ah! Okay, we're fine. Cloud Guard goes off, we are chill. Not even the invulnerability that I really need out of it, it's just the damage that I just wanted to keep pushing with it. Yeah, you scare me half the time when you say hi at the arcade too. Okay, well, that's on purpose. I'll just have you know. I intend to just sneak up on y'all and just be like, hey, tap you on the shoulder and be like, what's up? Ah, I can't equip that. That's on me. Not that projecting your voice is a bad thing. I think it's more just due to me, with my theater kid background or so. I'm just trying to speak up a little bit louder. And also, subconsciously, it's when we're at the arcade, it's already super loud. All things considered there. I thought I was still invulnerable, so I drifted into that by accident. Alright, 3 hits going into phase 2. Not the worst ever, but could have been way better. Just chilling at home today? There you go. There you go. Like what? I'm in a video game! I'm playing as me right now! This mod took a month out of my life to complete, dude. Holy crap. I mean, well worth it. I am reveling in the fact that I'm playing as myself in the second video game ever now. In my second video game ever, considering how, you know, Mittens did the 100% orange juice mod of me. But that's also other GaleForce members. I made this myself. I drew this myself. It's me. I'm happy with life. Very, very happy. Alright, I'll try to get Cloud Guard first, and then I can just have my invuln. Otherwise, okay, I'm tossing this run. I'm tossing this run in the absolute gutter right now. Because I keep slowing myself down with my primary usage, and it is not good. So, we gotta focus up, otherwise I am absolutely dying. Yeah, the fact that I'm slowed when casting my primary is absolutely detrimental to all aspects of life. Am I dead? No, I'm not dead yet. Not dead yet. I have to get through 2 health. I have to get through another half of a health bar on 1 hit. It's doable. Just don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot, Cruzie. Use my defensive just to keep pushing the damage here. But I'll have it up before the steal yourself. Oh, I might have readed. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Alright, Cloud Guard bailed me out right there because I was too slow casting my special. We are fine. We are fine. We are fine. Just 1 more rotation, Cruzie, and you can do it. You can do it. Get to your sides. Oh, I was scared right there. I was scared. I didn't think I was going to make it in time. Our drop's going to proc. I'm going to have the extra damage. I'm probably just going to save my defensive for defensive purposes exactly so now. His Cloud Guard is still a good little bit away. Oh, I'm going to have to move with these demands, though. Gotta use it, gotta use it. Oh, Cloud Guard Prot 2. Did I actually screw myself here? So I don't think I have that. I don't think I have time. I'm dead! I screwed myself! No! I wasn't watching the Cloud Guard right there, so if I didn't defensive, Cloud Guard would have saved me, and then I would have had my defensive there. Ah! Oh, dead Cruzie. That's my own fault. But it was really also just coming down to me once again as well. Taking too much early damage and disrespecting how slow I was when casting the primary and secondary. How good though. Fun enough. Cruzie streets are totally ASMR. I mean, unless you're looking to make a squeaking montage of me, which funny enough, I do have the Ein montage of my partner in crime Ein for when we played Valhalla. Well, not just Valhalla, but whenever I play games with him, I've had all the Ein clips, and I actually have a whole call-out video on him for that, but I'm not exposing him to the masses like that or so. But I don't think I'm cut out for ASMR. I have a good mic and all, but I am not an inside voice kind of person. But yeah, look, at the very least, that's 2 runs of Cruzie and Steel tonight, everybody. So once again, this mod will go out to the public in 2 days on my birthday! So yeah, very, very happy to show it off. I'm excited to get to show it off and all. And just, Cruzie and Steel. So, at least for now, everybody, wherever you are, wherever you may be, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube or more, it's been your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service. Thank you for joining for the Shadow Drop review of Cruzie and Steel tonight. I will be coming back live tomorrow in VR, because I'm going to be exploring more virtual market with my friends at GaleForce. So I do hope that everybody gets to chill out, and maybe you'll catch me. This will be a later stream at about 10 p.m. CT, so 1 hour off from where we are now, honestly. Just because I have a closing shift at work. And then it'll be my birthday on Wednesday, and we'll just keep going and seeing how things go on from there. Once again, at least for now, everybody, whether it be morning, afternoon, evenings, or night. At least from my side of the world, have yourself a wonderful night, and thank you all for coming by once more.